Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at MTV. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Also, I want to mention the two donation links down below in the description. If you want to support Ukraine in its war against the Russian tyranny, then feel free to donate to the Ukrainian refugees and to the Ukraine's military. Any donations will be very much appreciated. Even $5 is going to make a difference. So thank you very much for donating, and let's get on with the video. So jumping into the daily chart on Multivac, you can see that we are in a nasty downtrend over here, and this capitulation over here is far from over in my opinion. I do think we're going to go a bit lower here, at least touch the 0.236 of this fib retracement. And as you can see, if I zoom out, this is my fib retracement with the low in March of 2021 and with the swing high set in April of last year as well. And that gave us the 1.618 target here at almost 20 cents. So what I think we should do right now is set the fibs in a bit of a different way over here. So we have to drag the swing high all the way up here to the previous all-time high. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the low over here. Actually, I was planning to use that low, right? But if you use that low, so this is just some fib 101 for you. If you use this low, as you can see, you've dropped below the May/July bottom over here, which is quite negative. It is really negative because you're losing a major low. So what you do is you get rid of this fib right now, okay? And you get rid of the price tags because you're in a downtrend. You need to set yourself some targets to the upside. So what you do in this situation is you take a fib retracement, okay? Then you take this swing high over here, and then you drag the fib all the way down to this low, right? Here is the low. But you can see that you have a very, very big wick over here, so you could ignore that, and you could just go for the low over here. That looks more natural, okay? Let me just get that straight on. There we go. So that is our swing low. That is our swing high. And we have our extension levels to the downside, as you can see. So what this does is this gives us some targets to the downside because we are in a downtrend. So obviously, you lost this major low. And what happens right now is you start targeting the 1.618 here, which is currently sitting at 0.00686, just like you were targeting the 1.618 to the upside because you broke through the first fib level briefly there. The same way you're targeting the 1.618 here to the downside just because you lost the first fib over here. Okay, so you've touched and you've gone below the 1.272, which is sitting at 0.0015270, and the next support below that is the 1.414, sitting at 0.0010827, and obviously the 1.618 below at 0.0006866. So this is what I think is going to be the bottom. And just look at this. So you have your 1.618 here, right? And you have your trading range over here just before you broke out and blasted and went to the moon, basically. So you can see that it does align over here with this swing high, right? You create the swing high, then you come low over here. This is where the 1.618 is. This is, you see how it's all coming together, right? Because you should target previous swing highs normally, but with this fib you can get more accurate levels. And as you can see, it couldn't be more accurate than this trading range over here, right? This is where you can potentially come back down because you went sideways over here before breaking out. So you have some trading history in this area. But as you can see here, it's just a move to the upside, a straight unhealthy move. So if you start free falling, you could fall all the way down here below even the 1.618. That is something that could happen. Ideally, you could just set up some buy limit orders and that's it. You don't have to worry about the price for the long term if you believe in the project, because in the long term, I do think MTV will recover, and I do think we're going to see new all-time highs as the altcoin season or the alt season, starts. Okay, moving to the daily RSI here. Now, it is a bit messy, so just bear with me for a second. So pay attention to this white trend line over here. You had 1, 2, 3 bounces off of it right now. And what you're doing is you're getting rejected back down. So each time you come up, you get rejected, you print a low, you come up, you get rejected, you print a lower low. And essentially, this is what you call a downtrend. Now, let me actually see if I can get a trend line in here as well. So as you can see, you are in this sort of range, right, with this little fake out over here. So the white trend lines give you a range. The green trend line over here was a major support trend line that we've started holding since January of this year. Another bounce in March, another bounce in April, but then you lost it, back tested it as resistance, and now you are in this downtrend. Also, the pink trend line over here has 1, 2, and almost 3 bounces over here, 3 rejections. You had a little fake out over here. You got rejected from the white trend line instead, and you got sent all the way down to a retest of the green trend line. So any of these trend lines can really end up, you know, a resistance level in the future. So if you're looking for a swing trade, right, and obviously right now it's a great entry because look at these points over here. You are very much oversold on the daily chart, so this is a great entry. Look at the recoveries you've seen once you were just oversold just a little bit. Look at that recovery and imagine what's going to happen after you start breaking out to the upside after this, these oversold levels, I should say. Because once you're below the index of 30, you are considered oversold. So potentially look for a back test of resistance of the white trend line, of the green trend line, and of the pink trend line over here. I just added this support white trend line just because it looks more of a falling wedge to me right now because you're trading in this range, getting tighter and tighter, and you're going to break to the upside. So yeah, you could even just do it in a different way. Actually, you can just bring out the trend line like that and just have it like that. Yep. You held this little fake out over here and you have 2 perfect bounces, right? That's what I could do. And yeah, so we are potentially in this falling wedge. We could potentially see a very strong breakout over here because as you know, once you break diagonal resistance trend lines, like the one that we have over here, this white one, you usually tend to have strong impulsive moves to the upside. So you could either run into the pink trend line, run into the green trend line here. Those could be 2 nice take profit zones for you. And you could come back down for a retest of support, obviously. But it all depends on Bitcoin. Every altcoin is dependent on Bitcoin. You have to look at Bitcoin before, before looking at some altcoins. But MTV is one of those altcoins that I do think is going to recover. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. If I missed anything on the chart, please let me know down below in the comment section. And feel free to follow me on Twitter because I do have some posts over there. I try to post there daily. I do drop some technical analysis in there as well. Sometimes some of the projects that we don't follow here on the channel. Also, we do have a Patreon. Feel free to go over to that link in the description. It's a great way to support me and a great way for me to give back to those who support me because you could request technical analysis. You could request any video you want on any, crypto topic. You could get buy and sell alerts from me, basically my trading alerts. You could get low cap gem calls, project reviews, market sentiment analysis, and all of that stuff is going to be on Patreon. The same thing could be said about the memberships on YouTube. I just launched them recently. It's pretty much the exact same thing that you have on Patreon, except all the posts are going to be going to the community feed on my YouTube channel. So that is pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.